check out Rich Paul, Adele's new boyfriend. Say hi to Adele's new leading man, Rich Paul. Rumors have been swirling for months about Adele's relationship status, but now she is making it official on her Instagram account. But who is Rich Paul? How did they meet? Let's talk about this today. Adele is a British singer-songwriter who has sold millions of albums worldwide and won a total of 15 Grammys and an Oscar. Rich Paul represents some of the NBA's biggest stars, one of the sports world's most polarizing figures. Welcome to the Celebrity Express. In every video, we always bring something more entertaining and up-to-date for you. So if you want to be a part of the vast entertainment world, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video. So, let's get started on our main topic. The sports agent and Adele were photographed together during Game 5 of the NBA Finals in July 2021, just 2 months after revealing in a New Yorker profile that they had been hanging out. A source disclosed to Page 6 that they were dating after their first public outing made headlines on social media. Everything you need to know about the man who stole Adele's heart is right here. But first, we'd like to tell you about their first meeting. Rich and LeBron first met at an airport in 2002, according to The New Yorker. They became good pals after discovering a mutual passion for vintage sports clothing. They stayed friends, and Rich began working with LeBron immediately after he was selected for the NBA. Rich and Adele have been in a relationship since May of 2021. Adele recently spoke about her new beau in interviews with Vogue and British Vogue. When she learned that Rich had unexpectedly arrived, her jaw dropped. She claimed that she was not stressed or concerned about anything. The exact opposite is true. It's completely out of control. Adele said the two first met at a party when she asked him out on a date while wearing a beautiful dress. "Would you like to sing with me?" "A little tipsy," Rich admitted. "I'm a competitive athlete now." The singer stated that she was positive she'd hit it well with Rich because nobody wants to go on a date with someone who isn't sure of themselves. She went on to say that she was clear about her objectives. "And I'm fairly confident of what I don't desire," she added. The two first appeared in public together during an NBA game in July. She had no intention of making this public. Adele went on to say that the game was all she wanted to do. "It's a pleasure to be in his company. It's fantastic, and I'm delighted you enjoy it as well." So, based on her account, everything was going swimmingly. She described him as just so funny. They both spent a lot of time together and had great fun. When they were with their group of friends, they both enjoyed each other, and the rest of the group was doing nothing but lounging about, and Rich was only twirling about in his chair. Rich Paul said in 2012 to ESPN magazine that he felt like Adele was someone he wanted to grow with. In reply, Adele said about Rich, "He would always be honest with me, and she wanted him to be a part of her team." They now hang out almost everywhere every day together, from basketball fields to red carpets. That's pretty cool. So, you guys question who Rich Paul is? Let's start with his childhood story. Paul is a very famous sports agent whose company, Clutch Sports Group, represents many renowned NBA and NFL players. Rich was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio. He had a difficult childhood. Paul's mother, Peaches, dealt with drug addiction, causing him to grow up with his grandmother and a great uncle. He was never furious, but he was definitely protective, and he was definitely sad in many ways, because as a youngster, you observe other kids and their experiences with their parents, and you want the same, he told The New Yorker. So those were the emotions he felt as a child. Paul's father was diagnosed with intestinal cancer while he was still a student at the University of Akron. After his father, Rich Sr., died a few weeks later, he dropped out of school. "I've always wanted to work," he explained, "but if my father was still living, I'm sure I'd have finished school, so I never wanted to disappoint him." LeBron James, who is part of the NBA's most dominant duo, told media that he believed Paul's childhood helped him in the business world as an adult. Many of these kids who are being brought into these situations and being drafted are first-generation money makers. They are from the inner city. They are from either two-parent households or single-parent households, but they are from what we refer the hood. The NBA star LeBron explained, "Rich and I are both from that area, so he can relate to these youngsters. There's nothing they've seen that he hasn't seen, allowing him to have real talks with them. Growing up, he definitely wanted to be an athlete, but he realized that due to his height, that wasn't the path for him. Your heart is huge, but I'm small," he explained. Rich began his college career at the University of Akron before moving to Cleveland State. However, after the death of his father, he dropped out. Rich's father's death was constantly reminding him how essential his education was. That's why he had always desired to work. But if his father was still living, he would be sure he would have finished school. He never wanted to disappoint his dad. So instead, Rich chose to follow in his father's footsteps as an entrepreneur and businessman. Paul Rich has an influential career. Paul Rich is the most valuable agent. Paul formed Clutch Sports Group in 2012, and he promptly signed his friend and longtime client, LeBron James. Ben Simmons, John Wall, Trae Young, and Anthony Davis are among his other NBA clients. Clutch has grown to become one of the largest companies in its field with the help of Paul's success. Forbes ranked it as the 13th largest sports management company in the world in 2020, with commissions reaching $58.1 million and contracts totaling $1.7 billion. Paul was also selected by Ebony Magazine's Power 100 list for his achievements as a sports agent in 2020. He was named alongside other prominent African American figures like Gayle King, Simone Biles, John Legend, Gabrielle Union, Lil Nas X, Lizzo, and Patrick Mahomes, to name just a few. He's going to be an author, too. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Paul is working on his first memoir, Lucky Me, for Rocklit 101, the publishing branch of J-Rock-Z's Nation. He plans to write about his youth in Cleveland and the lessons he learned throughout his meteoric journey to fame. Lucky Me is more than just my story, Paul explained to the newspaper. Lucky Me is the story of every young man who grew up like me, and I want to share my story to encourage and motivate those who experienced it, as well as educate those who did not. He continued by saying, "I cannot tell you what it means to collaborate with my buddy and mentor Jay-Z on this project." Lucky Me was the title of the book before I even spoke with Jay because his music was the soundtrack to my life. Like Adele, he's a parent. Rich has 3 kids and Adele has 1, and both of them keep their children pretty much out of the spotlight. But a source says they have both met each other's kids, but have kept it low-key around them. They both stay at each other's places in LA and are pretty much inseparable. He's obsessed with movies. Paul Rich is a total pop culture nerd and has been since he was a kid and watched a ton of movies and TV shows. And, per The New Yorker, he saw them as subjects to be mastered as much as relished. However, he is a music lover, and maybe that's why he felt some love for Adele, because she is also a singer. Whoa! So guys, this was a man who won the prettiest Adele's heart. Now let's summarize today's video. Paul has made a name for himself in the NBA, and one can only imagine that this is just the tip of the iceberg as he sets out to conquer the rest of the sporting world. The sky is the limit for Paul because his current level of accomplishment is a glimpse of what is to come for this sports titan. He is a very hardworking person and nice at heart. He won Adele's heart because she felt very safe and satisfied with this man in her Instagram story. We are hoping for their best relationship and good chemistry. Good luck for your future, Adele and Rich Paul. Now I want you guys to let me know in the comments what you think about their relationship. If you liked this video, please leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to Celebrity Express. Thank you for being with us. We will see you next time. Bye!